Hey folks, Anthony Ryder with Carroll County Broadcasting, and I've got a special guest in the studio today. I've got Reba Lee, and you are the director for Loaves and Fishes Food Bank right here in Bearville. And thanks for coming in here and talking to me today.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about some different things. You know, September is Hunger Awareness Month, which, there's a big need right here in Carroll County. We want to talk about some of that, highlight it. I know we're kind of to the end of the month, but just because September ends doesn't mean that hunger ends. So we wanted to highlight some of those things. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about Loaves and Fishes and how many people do you guys serve?
Well, we, I'm kind of ashamed to say that I didn't even know it was Hunger Awareness Month. But when you work at the food bank, every day is Hunger Awareness Day.
Yeah.
Because you see how many people are in need of those services. And so just for an example, Carroll County, the Feeding America Carroll County said that we have 3,780 people within our county who have food insecurity.
Wow.
So that's a little over 13, almost 13.5% of our Carroll County citizens, So, and since 2021, grocery prices, everything's just gone up and gone up and gone up. So even those that are working steadily, if they have a very large family at all, or even if not, sometimes our salaries don't meet the need for utilities and gas and daycare and on and on and on. So groceries sometimes get pushed down to the bottom of the barrel.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
There's a great need for it. You're talking about that many people right here in Carroll County. We don't think about that.
Right.
But that's here in our own backyard, and I can speak for myself. I need to do a better job of paying attention to that kind of thing and the people in need. So what are the things that you guys need most there at Loaves and Fishes? What are some things that would be the biggest, most pressing needs for people?
Well, right now we're working on getting a walk-in cooler. That's and I know that doesn't sound like, well, how does that help those citizens who need our services? But I cannot tell you, just in the 3 months I've been there, how many pounds of produce we've had to dispose of because we don't have a place to put it.
Yeah.
It is shipped to us cold, but then it sits in a warehouse that's room temperature, and we do try to keep it at least 70, no higher than 70, but still produce just doesn't keep that long. And so we're getting pretty close. We need about another $15,000 to complete that project, but it started out at $50,000. So through grants and private donations, we've gotten pretty close. And Black Hills Energy has dug the footing for us. We're ready to get started. We have the Chase Tressler's going to help us with the cement, and Braxton Thompson is donating some of the cement for us, or the whatever we use to put it together. So got a lot going on there, and that is one of the biggest needs. Of course, always just financial contributions, because we can buy the food so much cheaper than you could go and buy the food.
Okay.
We get our food through the food bank at Northwest Arkansas, and a lot of times we can get it for 9 cents a pound. You could not do that.
No, you can't even get close to that.
Right. Now, it's not always that cheap.
Yeah.
But, and let me just tell you, for example, I find my notes here. We, just this year, up to this point, we have given out 261,772 pounds of food.
Wow.
Okay. And now the cost of that food was $67,283. So you can see it's an expensive venture.
Absolutely.
And that doesn't include the USDA commodities that the government gives us to give out. And we have no control over those. We don't choose what it's going to be. When you come, you get what they've given us. And then
Yeah.
this other food is on top of that to help people get through at least a couple of weeks of their month. Um, One of the good things here in Carroll County is we have some mobile food banks. We have one that comes to the Boys Club, or not Boys Club, the community center.
Mm-hmm.
We have one in Eureka Springs and one in Green Forest. And so if they see that what they get at our food bank is not enough, they can go to one of those others sometime throughout the month. They would like for you to not do that more than one time. So, per month.
Right.
So that helps in a way to get
Absolutely.
to kind of cover some of that.
Absolutely. So, for people who are listening, what's something that they can do to help out? I mean, you said your biggest need would be financial, but what about somebody who wants to get involved? How can they do that? What's the process for them?
Well, we have we have so many good volunteers, but we need more. We have just in August alone, we had 535 hours of volunteer service.
That's great.
And Mondays and Tuesdays are days that we really need more. Wednesday, we've been very fortunate. We've got our banks here in town plus Mercy Hospital take a Wednesday each week, each month. So Ann Staff comes one week, and then Arvest and Bank of 1889 is CS Bank, and then Mercy picks up that fifth Wednesday. I think there are about 4 of those a year. And then on Friday, Black Hills Energy has just done an incredible job of covering a lot of our needs. They actually even just put in LED lighting for us in our warehouse. And,
that's great.
but yes, we always need volunteers. We need people with pickup trucks who can go to Walmart or Harder House and pick up their donations, things like that. And we have a regular schedule for that, and then we have substitutes. So you're not tying yourself into a never-ending
Right.
position
Yeah.
because we have other people. But to help in that way, there's everything from packing bags for the Hungry Kids program, which is another great thing that the food bank does. Leanne Jackson is responsible for kind of directing that. Last week we sent 98 bags to Berryville Public School and 40 to Green Forest. Each of those bags cost about $10 a bag. So, there financially is another way to help, but packing those bags, it takes some time every
I'm sure.
week
Yeah.
to do that.
Absolutely.
So, one of the benefits we've got now is schools are requiring community service hours. And so we're hopeful that we'll get some students who are able to come and help us do
Yeah.
that project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, Loaves and Fishes, you're located out on Bunch Springs Road.
Right.
Just-
301.
Yep. And I'd say it'd be great for people just to stop by and say hey, maybe make a donation. Try to find ways to get involved. I know you
Yeah.
guys welcome all the help that you can get.
We
so.
would be happy to visit. And we would like for people to come see the facility.
Yeah.
Let us give you a tour. Because once you see it, it's pretty impressive. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Reba, thank you for coming in here and talking to me. And folks, make sure that you come out and support them. Financially support them. Food, if you got extra food and you want to help them out with that way, that's great too. Your time, that's worth so much there. So, but make sure you go out and support. It's a great cause and helps people right here in our county. So, anyway, thanks again for coming in.
You're welcome.
And anyway, you have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. You too.